the first thing that we are going to do, I have the evaporated milk right here, and I have the yeast. Now, I always check my temperature. This needs to be warmed up to no more than 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So I always use my little thermometer here because you just can't go wrong with it. And I tested, I just warmed it up in the microwave. So you don't want it no more than 115 degrees. And even if it stops at 113, this is perfect. It seems like it's going to stop at 112. Okay, that's perfect. I know it's not going to kill the yeast. So we're going to put that in there, and we're going to incorporate this, and we're going to grab a little bit of the sugar that we have from the recipe so the yeast can feed off of the sugar, and it helps it grow faster, proof fast. Okay, so we're just going to let this sit here for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll get started on our dough. Okay, I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, it's been just a few minutes, and look at that. That's how you know that your yeast is good and ready to use. So I'm going to move y'all over to the machine, and we're going to get this recipe started. Okay. On the stand mixer, here I have my flour, all-purpose flour, my salt, and my sugar. I just put everything in one bowl. We're just going to give this a little bit of a mix and put it into the mixer. And then I have my eggs, and I'm just going to beat this just slightly. And everything is at room temperature now. It's very important. I am going to put the vanilla into the eggs, and I have my butter. Okay, let's move this down, make a little well here. This is very easy, guys. It's not, it might seem a little intimidating, but once you get it the first time, you're going to love it, and you will see how easy this is to make. Now we're going to put in our butter, our eggs, and the yeast. Make sure you get everything in there, that nothing stays at the bottom of your bowl, just like that. Now we're going to mix this for 3 minutes on medium speed, just so that the dough can start to gather itself up, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, everything has come together, and as you can see, it just, when you pull it, it just kind of pulls apart. And what we need is a more elasticy dough. So now I'm going to leave it on here for 10 whole minutes, okay? Just put it on medium speed and let it go for 10 minutes, okay? Just forget about it. Don't need to stop it or anything. Just let it go, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, the dough should be ready. I'm going to show y'all here. Let me move y'all over. Now, here's our dough, and you can see the texture difference right away. See how it just doesn't pull apart now? So what we're going to do now is just knead it here on top of the counter for just a second, and we are going to put it in a bowl that I have greased here, and we're going to cover this and let this double in size. Upside down, and then just give it a flip over to make sure everything doesn't dry up on us. Okay, we're going to cover it with some saran wrap, and I also cover it with a clean dish towel, and I put it in the microwave. Of course the microwave is off, only because it's real nice and warm in there, and this will proof faster. So we cover it with the clean dish towel, pop it in the microwave. It should be in there for about an hour and 15 minutes. It just depends on the temperature of your house. That's real important also. So if it's real cold in your house, it's going to take it longer to proof. So I cover this up, and we're going to put this in the microwave, and we'll be back. Okay, we're going to move on to the paste for the tops of the conchas. I already have a video of how to make the pan de huevo, which was a while back when I first started my YouTube channel. This is going to be more Valentine Day inspired, and I've been fiddling around with them, and I thought I'd share this version of it. What we're going to do is make the paste. So here in a bowl, yeah, I'm going to use the larger bowl. Okay, in this bowl I have the flour, and this is powdered sugar, and we're going to mix it, give this a little mix. Get it incorporated. And then I'm going to add in the vanilla flavoring. And then I'm going to add in the shortening, the vegetable shortening. And this I just do it with my hands. It doesn't, you can do it with a fork or whatever you have, but I just go in with my hands. Now I'm going to make 3 different colors. Well, I'm going to make 2 colors. I'm going to make some pink and some red. And the other ones we're just going to leave it white. And then I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do for the topping. So all you do is just mix it in with your hand, and then we're going to separate it on the counter so we can add in our food coloring. Okay, and it starts to look just like that. So I'm going to pour it out to on the counter, but I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper up there, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, what I did is I put a piece of parchment paper, and I just put a little bit of tape there. And the reason I did this is because I'm going to put some food coloring in here, and I don't want it to stain up the counter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 white, 1 pink. So this one, I'm just going to roll it up and leave it alone because we're going to use this one just as is. This one we're going to use maybe a little bit more on this one for pink and red. The food coloring, I use gel food coloring, and I found this little container organizer that I got on Amazon, and it's actually a lipstick holder. But what I do is I put all my food colorings in here so they don't get, you know, sometimes your cabinets will get stained with them, and this way they're protected and they don't get any air or anything. So I keep them in here, and it's worked out really well for me. So the first one that we're going to do, and I also use gloves, the first one we're going to do is we're going to use red. This is gel food coloring, and I also get these off of Amazon. I just buy the little bottles because I mean I don't use them that much. And we're going to put a little bit. I'm going to put my gloves on so I don't get my hands all stained, and then you just start to mix it. And then you add more according to the color that you want. And I mean, this doesn't have to be just red and pink. You can use any colors you want. You know, purples are nice for Valentine's Day. If you want to do blue ones or marble effect, it's up to you. You know, it's you do what you like. You see how I would have stained up my hands real good? So you just keep mixing it. I'm going to add a little bit more. And if it starts, the dough starts to get too sticky, what I do is I add a little bit more powdered sugar. And like I said, you add more if you want or less. It's up to you. I'm going to try to make them pretty red because I want to be able to tell the difference between the red and the pink. Okay, I think that's good, right? Just make sure that it's all incorporated real well. This is probably the hardest part of the whole recipe. Okay guys, the dough is ready, and as you can see I double wrap it just to give it a little bit more warmth so it can proof faster. So now what we are going to do is take this out of the bowl, just take the air out of it, and we're just going to cut this into the pieces that we want. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And you try to make them all about the same size. Okay, we're just going to make them into little balls just like this. Just like if you were making a tortilla, a testal. A little ball for a tortilla. Okay, just like that. Or you can just pinch the centers like that. You can even just roll them on the counter just like this. And then you get a perfect little ball. This one might seem a little big. You just want to try to get them all the same size so that they can bake at the same time. Yeah, this one's a little big. Once you get the feel of it in your hand, you'll know what size to make. Okay, I normally use a scale. I just did these by hand just to show you that it's not necessary for a scale. But if you really want them all to come out the same size, you know, they're approximately 2 ounces. As long as you get pretty close, that's 1.95. 2 exactly, 203, 190. Well, you get the gist of it. You know, these are really inexpensive I'll leave a link for this in the description bar below. But anyway, these are real convenient things to have when you're baking or measuring items. They're not bulky. Okay, now the next step, here we have our dough. I'm gonna work with the white one first because the other one will tint my hands and everything else. So I'm gonna work with the white one first. And what you do is you get your cookie tray, you put a piece of parchment paper on it. I'm only going to make 9 of these just to make it easy for me to make one tray of these. And we'll just make 3 of each color. You want to give them plenty of room in between, okay? And what we do is we get a little bit, I have a little bit of vegetable shortening. You put some on your hand and rub it like that, and then you're going to cover all the little balls. And this is what's going to help the dough, the sweet dough, stick on top. And you can push them down, it doesn't matter. You get plenty of it on there. And we're going to push them down a little bit more when we put the topping on it. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. And now we're going to get a little piece of the sweet dough, the topping that goes on top. And then you're just going to flatten it out in your hand. Or you can put it between a piece of paper, a parchment paper if you want. But you're going to try, the object is to try to cover the whole little thing just like this, the whole ball. I'm going to pick it up so you can see. So you try to pick it up and cover the whole thing. And here, that's just enough right there. Okay? Just a little ball just like that, about the size of a quarter, I guess. And then just press it out. Like that, and put it on top just like that, and press it in, press it down so that it sticks. Okay, now we'll do the other color for the other ones, and you want to keep this covered so that it doesn't dry up on you. Now we get the red and do the same thing. Now you see why I work with the white one first, because it will stain your hands for a little bit. Okay, we're going to let these, I'm going to cover this like I said. I don't want the rest of this to dry up. Now, what's traditional for these conchas or pan de huevo, whatever you prefer to call them, the traditional thing to use is one of these cutters that's shaped like a shell, a concha. That's why they're called conchas. And what you do is you just roll on top of this like this, any position you want, and you press down on it and it will cut the shape. You just want to cut the pastry on top. You don't want to cut the dough. Okay? So that's traditional like that. I'm going to do one of each for each color. See? Just like that. And if you look at it this way, it looks like a shell. And I'm going to do the red one. Might have gone in a little too far with this one. No biggie. Just put it back. What I thought I would make different, because I am making this Valentine theme, I decided maybe I could cut a heart. So I needed to find the right shape cookie cutter and just place the cookie cutter. If that's too small, it's too big, maybe push it down a little bit and put the heart. And cut out the heart and then cut one out in the middle. Just like that. But what I'm going to do, because I think the first one's too big, I'm just going to make one heart and I'm going to press down and I'm going to shake it, give it a little shake to try to make that indent real nice. Just like that. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, now the white. Just like that. You see? So when it cuts itself, when it dries up, it has this crackly effect. So we're gonna see how this does. Now, you need to set them to rise one more time. You need to cover them with something and put them on in a warm area so they can at least double in size. And as you can see, they're already poofing up because they're ready to proof. But I need to cover them, and I'm gonna just leave them here on the counter until they're doubled in size, and then we're gonna bake them in a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And I will leave these this shell cutter link below, and the heart-shaped cookie cutters as well. Okay guys, we'll be right back. Okay guys, these have been proofing for about an hour and a half. This is what they look like. I just wanted you to see the height on them. And I'm gonna put them in the oven at a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. And I'll be back with the finished product. Okay guys, I put the conchas, the pan de huevo on a plate so you could see it. I kind of had bumped into the counter and kind of broke a couple, but that's okay. You can get the gist of it. See how the hearts come out real nice and clear? Here's the white one. Also what I do, because these are going to be for gifts for Valentine's, I'll make some later. I put them in the little 4x4 boxes that I've mentioned to you before many times. And I put one concha per box, and it's a perfect size. I just put some little Valentine stickers on them, and they're perfect to give. I mean, who's not going to want to get something like that? For a co-worker or a, you know, a schoolmate or something. That is so cute. So that's going to conclude the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you try the recipe and like it, come back and give us a thumbs up and tell me how it worked out for you. Also, go follow us on Facebook at Virtual Kitchen with Laura. And we also have an Instagram page now, guys, also at Virtual Kitchen with Laura. Go follow us there. I will be having a giveaway soon, so stay up to date with my videos, and I will be mentioning something here pretty soon for Valentine's for a giveaway. So keep watching, okay? Thank you for watching the videos, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about the dough or anything, leave it in the comment section below and I will get back with you. Also, the recipe and everything will be listed in the description bar. Any items that I used will also be linked below. Thank you guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye.